Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Spiritual Hub. It's your girl, Sharia Rose, coming to you with the message of what you need to know today. So, you guys, first off, this full moon, this new moon happening tomorrow in Cancer has me so excited. And I feel like you guys should be too, and I already know you are, honestly, because, all of us, we know that during the full moon time, it's a time to have high energy, stay moving or, really deeply, focus on things, to allow a certain type of healing and a certain type of high vibrational energy to help you to shift, into that energy a little better with a better transition, which is good. It really is. And that's got me excited, you guys. It really does. But I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you guys are excited. Lots of good things coming you guys' way. Also, some deals that we are getting into here very, very soon. And also, I would like to ask you guys a few questions for those of you who don't mind, sharing and commenting. I do appreciate that. Yesterday, I did a video group with a few people, and only 2 people, well, really, me and Michelle Rose got on there, right? And the meeting turned so amazing, and then Reva hopped on, and it was just a really good experience, honestly. And, I didn't have any expectations for how it was going to go. I was just going to get on there and talk to everybody, ask, but I feel like this should be like the same thing. I want to give the same opportunity, because some people were like, hey, it's a random time. And you guys, I do call it random times, okay? And I apologize, but sometimes I might call you guys and be like, hey, what do you think about this? Or I might call you guys and be like, I got a gift, or hey, you want to talk? You want to link up, collaborate? You want to vibe? You know what I mean? And it's just a random thing that I really enjoy, because each and every one of you is so important to me, and I do not mind. Of course, sometimes sometimes I might be busy, and most of the time I am very, very busy, very, very busy woman. Not too ridiculously, you know what I mean? But doing a lot. I have the kids at home, then we have a dog and 3 cats, on top of that, keeping the house organized, getting food set up, getting the POD plan of the day figured out, then working with business contracts, clientele, booking appointments, scheduling appointments, doing motivational speeches, doing hypnosises, doing counselings, doing readings, on the side doing babysitting for people who really need it, and also making time for friends and family and important people in my life, while still coming on here and giving you guys the most purest, honest, transparent parts of myself and my inner beings, my inner thinking and interworking, while understanding that we are one in its own symbology. And so that helps us to figure out what each one of our energies and our roles and our part in this universe collectively is. And I'm just so appreciative of all you guys, honestly. I thank you so much for all the love and all the support, and the honesty that you guys have. Because I know, some people don't want to be on all day listening to one person rant, and it's I understand that, you know what I mean? But I do study very hard, and I come to you guys with facts, with resonatory things, straight source Akashic. I bring it to you straight from the Akashic records, honestly. You know what I mean? Straight from source. The extended library of information that we can tap into at any time to understand past, present, and future energy, vibration, and synchronicities. Yeah. You know, and that's a vibe. It really is. That's a vibe. It's a whole vibe. Yeah, you guys, but I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like get all off in a rant and stuff. But you guys, let's see what the energy is and what source wants us to know today. Divine guidance, please, for everyone. What is the divine guidance? Okay, you guys, so 3 cards came out, which is interesting because usually when 3 cards come out, it's a past, a present, and a future. Okay, so we're going to see with the number 18, and I will show you guys the card. Wisdom Guide. Wisdom Guide is here to help you with taking in new information and teachings. Whether you are taking courses, going back to school, or learning a new skill or craft, you will find that you are able to process and retain new information more easily. Wisdom Guide also helps you to gain new insights and understandings through the intuitive channels, turning your knowledge into wisdom. Ooh, I like that one, right? And that was the past. Was, you know, you gaining wisdom. And I love that because, you know, wisdom does not, you're not just born with wisdom. No. Okay. We grow. We have to learn ourselves. We have to learn the process, you know, and then, you know, learn how to communicate, you know, and then we're constantly learning how to recommunicate, like to different peoples and different frequencies. Like we're constantly learning how to communicate. Like, you know, communicates our thoughts and our feelings. And that's like, we're constantly trying to do that. It's so funny to me. But that's how that wisdom comes through, you know, having those experiences, you know. Ooh, excuse me. Let me drink me some coffee. Yes. But having those experiences, you know, and allowing yourself to move forward in you know, not regret and not judge, you know, just accept the fact that you have lived, that you have grown, that you have processed, you know, and evolved, and are doing so lovely, are doing so helping people, are doing so by being humble and trying to treat people the way that you want to be treated to the best of your ability. And you're doing great. You really are. You're doing fantastic. Yes, you guys. Yes. Let's go to the next one. Dragon Guide. Wow. Love it. Dragon is here to help you to take a stand in your life. Others may have strong opinions about what you should be doing or how you should be doing it. It could also be that others could be interfering when they should not be. Dragon has come to help you to stand firm for what you believe is right, even if it means breathing a little fire to get your point across. And don't worry, it'll be okay. Dragon is here to help you to claim your power and your right to live your life as you see best. You know, and what a thank you, Dragon Guide. You know what I mean? Because what a great time to be consciously alert and aware of our surroundings the way that we are. As humans, we really have a profound understanding of universe and selves. You know, like we came from caves, you know, cavemen, you know, like that kind of era. Like, and we've really evolved. We've really evolved. You know what I mean? Like, if you really think about it, like, first off, technology has evolved. Okay, it evolved. You know, but, you know, because, like, there's virtual reality nowadays, and, you know, it's soon, Elon Musk says that it's going to be indistinguishable from real life. You know, and even Elon Musk even decided that he was going to invest so many thousands of millions of dollars into a researching facility to see if the world is really a simulation, because he believes that there's a 99-point chance that we're in some type of a simulation. And it's interesting because in a way we can vibrate with that understanding. But even so, I don't need to know that, because I mean, sure, even if you tell me I am, okay, I'm still going to live my life the way that I'm going to live my life. Like, you know what I mean? I'm still going to reach my goals and all of that. But it's like, telling somebody something like that, like, that's different. Like, why would it go to that extent? But why would, I'm all for it, but why would it go to that extent? You know what I mean? Like, so you mean to tell me that he thinks that right now, through us having this conversation, where we're at, that we're in a similar, and you could understand how that could be a thing. I can understand how that could be a thing. But it's like, does that mean that's what we're waking up from? Like, what are you really trying to say? I mean, because if that's the point, then, with as much as clarity as people have gained into spirituality and into life, if in fact it was just a game, amen, that we took the spiritual route and, the evolving and ascending, because that's how we got to that point. But that's wild, y'all. That's wild, right? Interesting. That's just an intriguing thought for you guys today, right? What you might need to know about what's being said about the world, and because a lot of people don't know things until it's spoken, so and that's something we were talking about yesterday too, is that in the future, having shows talking about the conspiracy theories, because you guys, I'm into it, and y'all know TikTok is a whole thing right now. Okay, TikTok is like, it's up there, and for multiple reasons. Okay, you can spend all day on there, you really could, and really, if you really sat there and fact checked all the stuff that you was watching, like, you could probably know a whole lot, but then it's like, what are you going to do with that information? And what does that information really have to do with what you're doing now? Like, what does, you know what I mean? Like, how does it coincide? And how are you going to affect that? You can, you do, and you will, but it's just an understanding of the perspective of somebody putting that on there. You know what I mean? You guys, I'm sorry, that just went like so randomly. But the nectar of life. You work so hard, and you are definitely to be commended for your efforts. This card is asking you to slow down a little and enjoy the simple things in life. Spend some quality time with family and friends. Take time to embrace life and do some of the things that you honestly enjoy. Focus your energy on activities and things that bring you true pleasure. Taste the sweetness of life and feel empowered to pollinate and fertilize your dreams. Amen. And that's the future. The nectar of life is the future. And what a beautiful future that will be. You guys, I feel like that was good. I feel like that was solid. Yes. But we will go ahead and just do a 3-card clarification on that, just to, give you guys your point of view, because I feel like that was the more global aspect, right? The global. Now we'll do the, oh, yep, 3 cards came out exactly. Amen. Oof. Okay, well, I am glad that it came out the way that it did, because for a second there, I was worried. Okay, so, you're at a great place in your life. You've achieved balance, so congratulations to having that balance and being able to create the world that you want, because you've balanced yourself to where you can balance with the universal energies and co-create that desired reality a little better by tuning to certain frequencies and energy vibrations of which we both understand. And, you know, that's because you know how to manifest, but you also know how to roll with the manifestations of life. And I feel like you learned that, you know, in the past you learned that, you know, by going through certain things. You're like, okay, yeah, I know how to keep myself balanced because all I was around was imbalance. Or I know how to keep myself balanced because all I was around was balance. You know, and then I got thrown into a different situation and a different situation and a different situation to where I kept learning different ways of life and then understanding a broader spectrum of people, therefore understanding myself a little bit more better the more people that I met. And you know, and that was your experience too. As humans, that's our experience, with different details and experiences. I didn't even go into depth. Your mind took you to those places and those events and those emotions. But honestly, you know what I mean? And it's so interesting that we can do that. Yeah. You know, and that's why, you know, the world is really in the palm of your hands. You can really manifest your desired realm. And it's like, you know that, but it's also like the internet, right? Because you have everything, every energy, every event, all that, almost like an Akashic Records, access to this knowledge, to where you can know how to do anything that you want to do if you really like research it. You know what I mean? If you really took the time to dive in there, you know? And y'all know I dive in there all the time, you know, but if you really take that time to dive in, you will see that you can know anything. But that's the thing. You have to know what to look up, what to do. You know, you have to have an idea of what it is that's going to make those movements and those vibrations, to shift those frequencies, to tune and align to what's going on energetically through the future of what you're provided. You know what I mean? So a lot, that's a lot, right? And it's like in a different realm, different words, that's exactly how you've been feeling. You're like, okay, you know, yeah, there was some overthinking, some anxiety, you know, yeah, I didn't know what to do. I either wanted to do everything or nothing, and everything that I did didn't feel like everything it should have been, but it felt like everything it could be, or would be, was. You know what I mean? And it's having that understanding of not allowing things to burden you. To just be okay with allowing life to be. To express all the life within you. To help other people to express themselves that same way. That's it. That's our goals. That's our goals. Honestly, and honestly, you also have to be honest, because with the 10 of Swords, it's like all those thoughts that you are thinking are coming out subconsciously through your speech, through your actions, through what you're doing. You might be like, oh, you know, but they come out that way. Why? Because it builds up to what you were thinking. You have to speak that stuff to get it out, let it go. You know what I mean? Get it out, let it go, because there's a positive, a negative, and a neutral to everything, right? So for every negative mind thing that you might have had, you hold it in, then that's going to upset you, right? Because you're thinking, oh man, I did this, or oh man, I was thinking this, or I felt like this, you know, and then you feel bad about it, but then you hold it in there because you're like, I don't want anybody to know that. Then you sit there and you let that fester. No. Let that out. But like, hey, you know, I did, you know, feel a little messed up. I did. You know, I was a little lower vibrational. I thought a couple things I shouldn't have thought. Might have said something I didn't mean to say, or any of that. You know, and I apologize for even going to that extent that I said that I almost wouldn't. And I didn't go to the extent that I said that I wouldn't, but I went close enough. And to that point, I apologize. You know, and it's that kind of energy. It really is, you know? Yeah, because you really don't even want to get to that point. But that's where you're at, because you're like, man, I already know. But you have to let those things go, speak your truth so that you're not holding it in, so that they can go out there and have that opposite and equal reaction. Even if you tell somebody the lowest of low in a confession box, or speaking to a tree, or speaking to a cup, speaking to some water, just say it so that it can go, you know what I mean? And flee, and let it make a positive and a neutral to that negative. Let it make a positive and a neutral, because it was gone, right? The worst part was that it was internalized. Once you let it out, it became a positive or a neutral, and amen to that, right? So that's the solution to all that right there. Don't hold it in, let it out, write it down, shred it up, whatever it is, just like let it out. Let it out that you did that, let it out. Let it out that you thought that you felt that, let it out, let it out, and then let it go. Okay? Yeah. Because that is going to put you in the energy of exactly where you're meant to be for the next transition and evolution. Okay? Yes. Because right about now, you're crossing over that emotion. You're like, oh, okay. So now I know how to let that emotion out, because you've been harboring just a little bit of really, really, really deep emotion. You know what I mean? Like it might be 75% of positive, but then that other 25, or it might be 90% of positive, but then that 10% was really, on the other realm. And then so you was like, ooh, So you got to know how to get over that, right? How you got to know how to just walk over that emotion. Walk over that emotion. Use your logic. Is this hurting you in any way, or hurting someone else in any way? Then it should not it shouldn't even get to a negative point. It really shouldn't. But if you allowed it to get there, understand why, correct the situation and move forward. Okay? And move forward. Yeah. Because, you moving forward and extending your love and your light and your essence to others, and sharing it with them and them with you, is the beauty of what you're trying to create. Network, harmony, understanding, peace, growth, expansion, transformation, evolution, phenomenal situations, miracle situations, blessed situations. You know what I mean? And that's what's being manifested. Absolutely, you guys. Absolutely. But this has been the reading, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please share, like, comment. Check out my other social medias. I do try to tag them. I'm going to try and figure out how to get my YouTube on here so that you can see that as well. And go subscribe, you guys, because lots and lots of good things coming you guys' way. Okay, and I am co-collaborating with the universe to be able to give you guys some actual physical gifts and things of that nature, through raffles or through, just different avenues. Maybe the breakthrough community, for those of you who are a part of that. Yeah, you guys, but please do book your sessions, book your readings. I'm still doing the it's the 3 for $75, right? 3 for $75 is $25 for each 3 services that you ask for. And I will just be, available for you guys, whenever we do the scheduling. And I know we may be in different time zones and different things like that. So just message me. Also, you guys can text me. You can messenger me, you guys. You can make a video and tag me to it, and I'll watch it. You know what I mean? Any of that. Also, I do appreciate if you would share my videos to groups. Share this video to groups and to, your Facebook, so that other people can get some of that good knowledge and good energy frequency that we are on. And also, thank you, they'll thank you too for being able to, guide them to a more positive frequency, that brings you what you need to know, that you're loved and blessed and reciprocated to, you guys. So thank you again. Stay blessed and never stressed. Much peace, much power, and much love. Namaste.